What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing this weekend?
What's good, man? You already know it's your boy, Sir Dookie Duke, in the house. What's up?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. How y'all boys doing?
Good,
Hey,
man.
Doing good.
doing good down here. Doing good.
Hmm.
But how else
Hey,
is it to be when when your team's the Philadelphia Eagles? You can't do nothing but do good.
That's
hey,
how it is.
we appreciate Kim Red Jet in the comment section like they always are. We
Indeed.
appreciate it, everybody. We just welcome back everybody to this week's episode of the Mighty Regal Eagle. First thing I like to do is, like I said, thank everybody for showing back up, and then those of you that are new. We ask that you do what? Like, subscribe, and hit that blue bell notification so you'll never miss a show, right? So, hey,
Mm-hmm.
this Sunday, it's a heavyweight matchup. It's a heavyweight matchup between two NFC giants, man. We don't like to admit it all the time, but on this show, we are unbiased. We do talk the truth, and we recognize, we recognize good teams when we see them, right? So we're gonna be taking
Right.
on the Los Angeles Rams, man. We're supposed to have a guest up here, but like normally, when you have other guests that's supposed to show up on the show, when it's time to get down to business, you see where they at. They don't show up. They still in the house, quivering and crying. You know what I mean? Thinking of excuses that they could have made up or whatever, man. But last season, man, these two clashed in the divisional round. Everybody remember this? They played in Philly, where it was like snowmageddon going on out there. And
Mm-hmm.
if you in the comments, if you don't remember this game, like I said, it was a closely pretty much matched up game, man. We were pretty even on all levels, and I just wanted to highlight that because that's going to be the segue moving into this game right here, man. I wrote down some stats, man. I mean, Hurts, he threw for only 128 yards. You know what I'm saying? Stafford, he threw for 324 yards. However, Barkley, y'all remember, he ran for 205 yards, and that's what we needed, man. He had two touchdowns, one for 78 yards, one for 62 yards. So that set up, you know what I mean, the Snowmageddon. To move forward, we got the win, moved on to the next round. So
Mm-hmm.
that leads us into now, man. We see it this week. The big question to kick us off for the game from last year's playoff matchup, does this feel more like bragging rights, or will this game actually, carry some long-term stipulations moving forward of the game and how we're gonna do it, man? So we're gonna open it up, man. We don't want to hold you any longer. Getting started. We know the Rams. They're number one in the NFC West. They don't beat up on the Houston Texans. They beat up on Tennessee. We're number one in the NFC East. We beat up on who we usually beat up, the Cowboys and the Chiefs. The last three
Mm-hmm.
games, everybody remember the last three games against the Chiefs. I don't know what they thought they were talking about. That was the king. But now we've sent him to the backyard with the peasants. We making Patty Mac look more and more like he's supposed to play for the Browns, right? Hey, so moving
Right.
forward, moving forward, Gotti, we'll start with you, man. What makes this Eagles Ram matchup different than last season's playoff clash?
So I mean, definitely different scenarios. Last season, the playoffs was paramount to that matchup. But I think this season, man, we got to wipe that slate clean. There's no for us. There's no we're the champs. We beat y'all last year. We're gonna beat y'all this year. But I think more so for the Rams, they're looking at the Eagles as just the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, and the team that embarrassed us last year. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they're going to be. I think their motivation is going to be at a different level than ours. Like I think our motivation right now is one game at a time. This is the next game. But for the Rams, we embarrassed them. Saquon Barkley. Anytime you see a highlight film of Saquon Barkley from last year, the Rams games are definitely on. You know what I'm saying? 62. I mean, I think we had more touchdowns and more rushing yards and touchdowns than
Yeah.
they had the whole game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what they're going to be looking at. Coaches over there saying, "Hey, we can't let them do this to us again." These are the champs. We got to take the champs down. But for us, it's hey, this is 1 week at a time. This is the next week. We are not playing right now at bragging caliber. You know what I'm saying? We're playing at 1 week at a time caliber. So I think that's where we are right now.
Yeah, Duke, you got anything to add to that?
Yeah. Well, I agree totally with what Gotti's saying 100%, but I also feel like the Rams are looking at it like, let's show them what we could have done last season because we came so close but just weren't able to spark that cigar. And I feel like they're looking at it like, because we didn't beat them, they're gonna come into the game like this is how we should have beat them. And again, they're coming into the game looking like that. That ain't
Yeah.
how they gonna leave looking, but that's how they're coming looking. And when we're looking at it like, like I said, we're not playing to our fullest potential. However, this is gonna be a stable game because people are always, well, for us anyway, people are saying, oh well, the Rams, they're the number 2 team in the NFC. They should be over the Eagles because the Eagles playing like boo boo. Okay, whatever. So now that we're looking at like, let's go in and show them who we really are, and show them that we can easily torch these cats. Puka
Absolutely.
Nakua is their guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got that, but guess what? We got people on our side too. So let's go ahead, form Voltron, do what we're supposed to do on offense, defense, special teams. And let's go out there and make some good lamb chops.
Sal,
Yeah.
Sal, you got anything to add to that, man? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just think that I'm looking at it from a longer perspective. Like I'm looking at this is an NFC team, so this win is crucial for us as far as when it comes to playoff seeding, first round buys, and stuff like that. So we gotta again force our will on another team. Let them know that hey, we the champs. At the end of the day, we the champs, and we trying to get back to that plateau we was at last year. So we gotta do by all means necessary. We need to run through you. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run through you, but we got to show you who we are.
I definitely believe the main things that makes this class different this year versus last year is the additions and the subtractions. You know what I mean? The additions of Devontae Adams. Obviously, they're playing with 2 number 1 wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? 2 number 1 caliber wide receivers on their offense. And then our subtractions on defense, man. We still trying to find our way. We'll talk about this a little bit later on, man. But I think that's going to be the telltale sign moving forward, man. Those first 2 or 3 drives are going to really, really set the tone for this game. And then moving forward, the Chiefs were the Chiefs. The Cowboys actually played good, but I think this is going to be, a first real complete test that we have this season. You know what I mean? Patty Mack was doing his thing, but I mean, they're still missing, a couple key things on their offense and their defense. They were missing Worthy, you know what I'm saying? So some people can say, oh, if we would have had Worthy, we would have did this. Well,
And,
but I
guess
think
what?
that
And if I had 4 quarters in my pocket, he wouldn't have done that. I don't care.
but I think those are the 2, noticeable, notable differences from last year, man. We're really gonna have to find our way. And I think that, a lot of people say, oh, we were the champs last year, we put that to the side. That's not how everybody else looks at us, man. They want to come,
Yeah.
man, they want to knock down the giant. They want to be the David to that
Mm-hmm.
Goliath, you know what I'm saying, and
They
come and
want
knock
to.
us off the throne, man. But until they do that, hey, it is what it is. So, hey, moving forward, hey, Sally, is this game more about bragging rights, or does it actually have long-term playoff implications, like you were alluding to in the beginning?
Yeah, it has long term implications as far as playoffs. Like I said, seeding. This is an NFC team, so seeding, first round buys, all that stuff. I mean, when you get a chance, you gotta, like I said, you gotta put your will on these people. You gotta dominate in the beginning. So when it comes down to the playoffs and the seeding, these guys are nowhere near close to us. So we gotta bridge that gap. We gotta make that gap as big as possible. So it's really this is like I said, I'm looking at this game as like a playoff implication type of game. You know what I'm saying? Against another powerhouse team that we just need to dominate and show them who we really are. So when it comes to playoffs and all that stuff and seeding, we on top, but we ain't got no. We can look back and this. Then when it comes later on the season, we can coast through the last part of the season. So dominate early. So in the last part of the season, we can kind of coast through and this take our place at the top of the throne.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate the comments. We got Rob in there. We got Red Jet in there. Hey, E Money, what's going on? Hey, Duke, man, talk to me.
So I'm with Sal. It's playoff implications, but it's more or less when you get to the playoffs, who's going to be able to get that rest? Who wants that first round bye? That's what we're looking at. Because if you look at the top 4 teams in NFC, which is us, the Rams, and no particular order, but us, the Rams, Green Bay, and Detroit, we're looking at like who's gonna have to play who. We don't want to have to put our team through the physical punishment. You know what I'm saying? Headed into the playoffs. Let us rest. Let us come in full circle with all of our players into the playoffs, and let those other teams beat themselves up to try to get to us. So in this situation, knocking them off is just one team less that we got to deal with in the playoffs. So it's definitely about playoff implications. Now, when it comes to the bragging rights, yeah, the fanatics, they deal with that. The people run around talking about, no one will ever beat us. We're going to go 30, those guys. Hey, more power to you. But us here at the Regal Eagle, we already know. We're realists. This is going to be a tough game, and I truly think it's going to come down to the wire. And when it does, you know what we're going to do? Bring it right back to last year, baby. That's what we going to do. Snap that finger just like Thanos. That's right.
No, man. We always got to seem confident, man. But I'm telling you right now, I'm telling everybody.
No, it's going to be a close game.
Everybody on this show, I'm telling you, once Matthew Stafford ain't no rookie. Matthew Stafford he's like a field general like Peyton was, man. Matthew Stafford knows how to carve up defenses, and our defense, we looking real suspect. We're looking
what else you like to do,
very suspect, especially on the side opposite of Kenyon Mitchell, man. Hey, I'm gonna just be honest.
You know what else you like to do? Take a sack. We do.
That's true too. We ain't been doing that too much so far this season either.
You're right. It's gonna change this game.
That. So hey, we giving them time. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, I think it's for the Rams. I always am the one to say every game is for playoff implications. I've never wanted to say, oh, we can afford to lose this game. Hell no.
Right.
Because when it comes down to the end and you fighting and you biting your nails like, oh Lord, like if we would have won that game 6 games ago, every game is playoff implications to me from the very start. Preseason. That's setting up the play. That's setting up the playoffs. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to hear nothing. But to me, it's more about bragging rights for the Rams, man. The Rams, because you want to knock off that giant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so which matchup are you looking for, Gotti? That's going to define the game more: the Eagles' O-line versus the Rams' front, or the Rams' wide receivers versus our secondary?
Which one am I looking for? I rather look for the O-line matchup. I don't want to see the secondary matchup. Look, you don't go looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Looking for trouble. So I'm definitely not looking forward to that, man. So, I mean, what I think we're going to see is that secondary get challenged. With the secondaries weak. The interception against the Chiefs was luck, and that won us the game.
Oh yeah.
CeeDee Lamb dropping those passes. Won us the game.
Yep.
So we won those games because of mistakes that other teams made against our secondary.
Yeah.
Right. So none of us here have ever been in the NFL. Been to some games, but we never played. So if we can see that, imagine what these other coordinators are dialing up against our secondary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So we're definitely weak back there. And hey, man, you never know. Hopefully, this might be we might have a wake up call this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because look at last year. Quinyon Mitchell was killing them last year. He ain't doing that great this year.
Mm-mm.
You're right. He ain't doing that great this year. So hopefully, Jackson, he got some training, some coaching, some mentoring, from some guys. 2 games against some great receivers is good enough for somebody to come back, sit them down, and say, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And pick it up this weekend, because the quarterback receiver matchup tomorrow is almost just as good as we had it with the Cowboys. Great quarterback and great receiving core. So now you can sit him down and say, hey, you got a great quarterback who can read these defenses and he can do this. Yeah, you're going against a great receiver who can read your read the defense and do this. You learn your lesson there. This is time to put your teachings in play against the Rams, and hopefully, he doesn't get beat that bad. But I think the O-line is going to do a good job. I think Verse is going to go out there and try to redeem himself from last year. It's easier to isolate one person, on that defense than for us to shut down the whole receiving corps. So the secondary definitely going to get challenged tomorrow.
Oh, man, it's going to be ugly. I'm telling you, man, that's good. The first 2 to 3 drives, it's going to see if it's going to be a long game, man, because if he get burnt once, and y'all know
it ain't going to be the first 2 or 3. It's going to be the first one.
The first one is you get all your nerves and all that stuff and all this stuff. You know what I mean? The first drive, but after that second and third, once you got the jitters out, and if he get burnt on that other side opposite Kenyon Mitchell been getting burnt too, like Gotti said, man. So it's gonna be a real long day. If Stafford, starts to pick apart that side, man. Hey Duke, man, what you looking for?
Well, I'm like Gotti, like I'm looking at the O-line because I'm turning my head when it comes to our secondary. But I will tell you this, Matthew Stafford, his first pass gonna be on the Dory Jackson side. Watch. Oh, yeah. And it's gonna go for 10. Like Sally, if what are you gonna get, Sally? What are you gonna get? I'm gonna let Sally say it. What are you gonna get?
Well, who gonna get?
Hell no.
Matthew Stafford. What are you gonna get? He gonna get a completion or a PI call. It's gonna be one of the two.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it, bro. That's it.
I can say that right now. So what I'm looking for, I want our O-line to succeed. On our secondary, I'm gonna be like this,
bro. I'll be looking through my fingers like this every time you throw the ball up.
Please, like man, please.
I'm gonna take
just get him out of there, man. Just get him out of there. Goodness gracious.
Matthew Stafford.
I don't want to see it.
Matthew Stafford is not, your Will Levis. He's not even your Jameis Winston, man. Them boys, they'll throw 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. You know what I mean? But 4 or 5 of them are pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? So that's not Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? That guy, I mean, he's good. He has the pedigree. I mean, he's a champion. He's proven. Ever since his college days, he's been doing the thing, man. Hey, Rob said he put single coverage on Adams, double Nakua. We just really have to be good on our defensive scheme with these guys, man, because like I said, they have a lot of options. Even their third receiver is really good. He can go to some of the crappy teams and probably, be the second or maybe a first, depending on how crappy the team is, man. But I mean, they really have a lot of options on that side. And then the defense, everybody knows their defense. That's what was giving us hell last year, aside from the runs. Moving forward from that, man. He even got defensive rookie of the year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So they defense is picking up.
I will say Rob has a point. You single up on Devontae and double Nakua because Nakua he's gonna feed the ball to Nakua. He is gonna do that. But Devontae, I mean, I don't really think you want to put. I mean, if you had a choice, I would say if I got to double one of them, I would definitely.
There'll definitely be Mitchell on Adams and your Nakua
and then double up on Nakua. That might work. You know what, Ryan? Hey, go in there and call the DC. Give him that game plan and see what happens. That might you might have something.
I didn't want to put this out to the end of the show, man, but I went on. I put my resume up there, and I got the assistant coaching job, man. I didn't want to put it out to the end. It's a remote job. You know what I mean? For the first 2 seasons, I do it from the house. I got that, you know what I'm saying? I gotta crawl before I walk, you know what I'm saying? But I got the remote defensive coordinator. I got the assistant defensive coordinator job. Hey, I'm on the team now, man. It's only up from here. But yeah, man, that's gonna be hard, man. So what would you do? You how would you do it?
What's that?
How would you do? Who would you set up? Would you double Nakua? Would you double Adams?
I would double Nakua and put Mitchell on Adams.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We in agreement with that. You who would you double Nakua with? Are we gonna slide Cooper back? We're gonna have him in the slot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna slide him back.
I think Cooper's really good. Just like that pick six, how he read the quarterback. They was in the zone. He read Patrick Mahomes' eyes, and he just put himself in position. I mean, that interception was this. I wouldn't even say it's textbook. That's nothing you can learn in textbook. That's something that you learn from feeling from experience. from filling out the quarterback, filling out the receivers that you're playing with. I mean, he wasn't even going with the flow of traffic at first. So he's real good at reading what's going on back there. I would definitely have Cooper back there floating around.
Okay. And what would y'all do? Tell me in the comments. Red Jet, if you were on a winning team, like us, what would you do? Who would you do, Red Jet? What would you do, Red Jet? Hey, what would you do if you were on a winning team? I know y'all don't have these problems. Y'all closing y'all eyes every play. We understand that. But if you were on a winning team, what would you do? Let me know in the comments. Hey, so moving forward, man, I wanted to get into this because this gives the commentators, it gives the haters a lot of material to go off of, man. And this is something, that you do hold. I mean, as a quarterback, your job is to, win games first and foremost, right? You manage the games, whatever you want to do. But you have to throw touchdowns as a quarterback. That is your job, man. You have to get your receivers involved. And right now, up until this point, Jalen Hurts hasn't did that, man. I think we only have a couple passes, down range or down the field anyway. Last game, I think we only had one that was over 10, 15 yards. We only had one play, and that was in the fourth quarter. So the Eagles, we haven't thrown one. Hurts hasn't thrown one touchdown this season, man. Is that a red flag, Duke, or is that just a stat we don't have to worry about?
That is definitely, to me, that is definitely a red flag. Like, at some point, you as a game manager, the head person on the field, and all that, the person who touches the ball every single play, you are the person responsible on making sure the ball either gets thrown downfield or makes it downfield in some way, form, or fashion. So, for you to be a quarterback and one of your main jobs is to pass the ball, why are you not throwing touchdowns in the end zone? Now, is it because of the tush push? Is it because of the running back that we got? I mean, that's for him to say, but I mean, he can't say that he hasn't had opportunities to throw it in the end zone. He has. So for me, that is definitely a red flag. Like, why are you not able to throw the ball more than 10 yards? Because I want to say last game he threw the ball, I want to say to the right side, I think 9 to 10 times to the right side, maybe 4 or 5 to the other side, something like that. So I mean, I definitely feel like he's back to not being able to, or not. I'm not gonna say not being able to, but his progressions have been slowed down to where he's not making the proper reads to throw it into the end zone. And to me, that's an issue. That's definitely a red flag, and I feel like him and OC need to get together and figure out why that's not happening.
Yeah, this is definitely creating a rift, man. We don't want that same locker room talk that we had last year, man. That takes all the attention away from the actual goodness that we're doing on the field, man. Sally, talk to me, man. What do you think?
Hey, Sally, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Timu.
Oh shit! His cable done ran out of minutes.
Timu.
His cable done ran out of minutes.
He ain't charging up.
Back. Can y'all hear me now?
Oh, okay.
Back.
All right, phase 2. Plan B.
Had to switch out my mic. My mic had low battery. Had low cell on it. Low cell on my mic battery.
Told you he ain't charging.
But yeah, man.
That lithium
ion. It is a red flag. It's a little red flag, like you said, Meech. The quarterback is supposed to be throwing touchdown passes. Now that I look at Jalen, and is he just scared? Is he protecting the ball too much where he's scared to throw down range and get a pick? Or because he's doing a lot with his legs as well. He's doing a lot with his legs. And I don't know if it's got to do with the new offensive coordinator. Then there's been rumors about AJ's hamstring. There's a lot of stuff out there. But at the end of the day, for me, I think he's winning. He's doing what he has to do to win. And right now, people are more concentrated on his legs than his arm. They worry about his legs more than his arm right now. So this is going to be a true test right here, because I'm pretty sure they're going to try to stack the box against Barkley, and they're going to try to make Jaden, because he hasn't been really throwing the ball. So the Rams probably going to just try to make him pass the ball, throw the ball. So this is going to be a true test right here, but it is a little concerning. And I don't want to get in that same focus like we did last season, beginning of the season, where, we wasn't doing that well. We weren't throwing the ball right. So, but we gotta get out of this funk. Whatever it is, we need to fix it.
Okay, so Sal, question. Since you said that, do you think this is the game that he's going to actually put on a passing clinic this game? Or not? I'm not gonna say clinic, but do you feel like his passing yards are gonna be well over what they normally are? because
I
we already
believe
know they're
so,
gonna
but I
start that run.
believe if I'm a defensive coordinator for the Rams, I'm trying to because Barkley's been killing us. So that's my probably my focus is to stack the box and stop Barkley and make and as far as this season goes, Jalen hasn't been throwing the ball. So the plan for me is to make him throw the ball. So I think this game right here is gonna, he's gonna do more than he's done the last 2 games as far as passing yards and throwing the ball.
We don't want to put in a position to be scrambling either. You know what I'm saying? Playing from behind. Now you throwing wild passes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They're not calculated passes. You just throwing them up. You don't want to get in that position. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. But hey, I think that it's a red flag because we're becoming too predictable, right? If we don't have to worry about the long ball, I know Red just said, it's too early to raise the flag. We good enough. I think it is because we're becoming a little too predictable. That's why our offensive line is receiving the pressure that they're receiving because the team's not worried about playing downfield. They know it's Saquon Barkley or these 2 to 3, quick slants, hitch routes, and all of this type of stuff. That's all they have to play for. So that's why I'm raising the red flag as of the first game. Because I keep saying this every season, we have to go to page 7, 8, 9 of the playbook, man. We stand at page 1 and 2 of the playbook. We're getting predictable like we were 2 seasons ago. Y'all remember when Christian McCaffrey was sitting on the thing on the show, and he predicted the plays that we were going to run before we ran them. That's how predictable we were 2 years ago. Last year, we changed it up a little bit. We're doing that, but I don't want to get into that rut now that they're not even playing the deep ball. So hopefully, we throw it downfield a couple times this game. So, we change it up a little bit, but man, the predictability is going to hurt us going forward, man. So Gotti, man.
I tell you what. I know what we didn't predict. We didn't predict that Sal's lighting was going to be so good this show.
No, we did. We talked about that already. We talked about that.
Hey, give it up for Sal.
Hey, no, we hit that when you were in the field. We were shocked, man. We could actually see him this season. If we weren't talking to a shadow, he got Sal was like, when you have like on Dateline and they be in the witness protection and that shadow, and you just sit there and talking. That's what Sally was, man. It was like he was in the witness protection. You know what I'm saying? All you can see is like, I mean, Sally just talking about.
His voice all distorted and shit.
I say, Sally, you too goddamn dark to not be having no lights on you, man. We need some strong lights. Hey, we were gonna take a collection for him, man. Our subscribers, all we was gonna ask, hey, 75 cents an episode, man. You just send it into the
that's
line
all you
so we
need.
can support him.
Get him some solar power.
Yeah, man.
Wow, you're crazy.
You're in the field, man. Hey, so Gotti, man. I don't know, how much y'all been looking at them. I've been looking at them. The Rams really haven't allowed explosive plays the entire season. Once they played Houston, they stopped Stroud from doing his thing. They played Tennessee. They stopped Cam Ward. That's my boy from the U. He still needs some more development, but he's on his way. But both of those teams they played so far, there weren't really any explosive plays down all year. So Gotti, man, what do we have to do to break that?
I think this kind of goes back into the last question, as far as kind of on the subject of these touchdown passes. On my notes, for the touchdown passes, my first 2 things are red flag and too predictable, just like you said. If it's third and short, where's the ball going?
Yeah,
where's the ball going on third and short?
We already know where it's going.
It's going to AJ Brown.
Right there to AJ.
It's going to AJ Brown. If it's second and short, deep ball, who's the deep ball going to?
We already know.
It's going to Smitty. You know what I'm saying? First down, it's probably going to the tight end. So if we can't break that predictability, we're not going to be able to hit them with explosive plays. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go back into the playbook. We're running the same plays from last year. If you've seen the clip from Chris Jones, he said they ran the same play 7 times.
Yeah. And
he sees that down from over the center. They're running the same play 7 times. And it may look the same. Of course, it may be a little different, depending on who you blocking, who you reading, and stuff like that. But for the most part, we're running the same plays. So we're not going to do anything dynamic until we do something dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, I said this ever since he signed that contract, man. $250 million. Jalen Hurts signed his contract. There's two types of quarterbacks. You have running quarterbacks and you have quarterbacks that can run, right? And I want Jalen to transition to that quarterback that can run when needed. I don't want teams planning for Jaden to run because that kind of, that kind of limits us as well. I want them to plan for everything. You know what I'm saying? So he needs to be getting that ball out in time. 2.5, 2.6, 7 seconds or something like that down the field. That ball should be gone because that's gonna save him from all those extra hits. So he's not looking like Jaden Daniels. Y'all remember a couple times when he got hit last season, we was like, oh hell, you know what I mean? They took him out.
He ain't starting this week.
Yeah, Jalen. He's starting this week.
Mariota starting this week.
He wasn't in practice last week.
I'm talking about Jalen.
So you guys said Jaden Daniels.
No, I said I don't want him like that. I don't want him like Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? Ending up like Jaden Daniels on the sideline because of sprained knees and all of this type of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. He already on the sideline. He already hurt.
Exactly, and that's what I tell people, man. I don't care if you Michael Vick. I don't care if you all of these quarterbacks, these running quarterbacks, your tenure isn't going to be as long. I don't want that for Jalen. I want him to transition to a quarterback that can run, not a running quarterback, man. I don't like running quarterbacks because of longevity issues. You're always going to have those problems, man. With those guys, nobody wants that for that guy. They like that explosiveness. That's why they draft them now out of college. You know what I'm saying? That they run, they can scramble and do all that type of stuff. But you're not going to get to Peyton Manning's longevity. You know what I mean? You're not going to get to Tom Brady's longevity as a running quarterback. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Timberley? Go Birds. We see that.
What's up, Tim?
We see you.
Birds. We see you.
We see you. Hey, Red just saying Sirianni got to stay in his head.
Timberley just had a birthday on the 18th.
Timberley, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy 20th, Timberley. Happy 20th.
So, Duke, man, what we got to do, man? What we got to do? You offensive coordinator, man. What do we need to do?
OC, all right, this is what we got to do. Page 6.
Okay.
Deep balls, go routes, okay? These are the things we need. O-line, hold them. Just hold them, O-line. Just give them 1.5 seconds more. That's all we need from you guys.
Yeah.
We need the O-line to block, sustain your blocks, contain. Make sure that Jalen has a run lane or block until those routes that just have to progress are open. If we can do that, we'll be good. But again, me as OC, I gotta be able to make sure that I'm calling plays to ensure the second and third order of effects can happen. So we already know that the O-line is the heartbeat of making sure Jalen Hurts can get the ball downfield. So if the O-line can hold the block, can block long enough for him to make good sound decisions, we're good. And if there's one lane, just leave that one lane open. But again, I as the OC, I have to make sure that I'm calling plays to make sure that the progressions are going through quick and people are getting open fast. That's it. If we can do that, we'll be good. And I know I say that's it, like, oh, that's all you gotta do. And if that's the case, all the other teams will do it. But us, we're just not calling them plays right now to make it to where, these receivers are getting downfield, and the O-line sometimes aren't holding their blocks long enough to where Jalen Hurts can make the proper read. So, I just feel like it's an O-line receiver combination.
So I'm gonna bring this up, man. When I do my first team meeting, I'm gonna bring this up. Like I said, you new to the show, man. I just got the job. I went on Indeed. I put my resume up there. I am now the new assistant defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a remote position. I'm gonna be doing this for the first 2 years, and then I'm gonna move to the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? But in my first team meeting, man, I'm going to talk about why Jalen Hurts is he an elite? Is he a premier quarterback? He's getting paid $250 million. I don't feel like he has that maturity or that authority to change up the stuff on the field. Either he's not seeing it or he doesn't have that power. I need to find out which one. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that at his level, he should be able to change this up, man. If you see that we're only doing, we're only throwing the ball 5-7 yards why don't you have the ability to change this up? Why don't you throw an audible or something like that? I want to see this from my quarterback. I want to see it, goddammit. And so once I log on after this, we got a team meeting. After this, I'm gonna be hopping on the call. I'm gonna be hopping on the call, man. That's what I want to talk. First order of business. That's my first order of business, man. Hey, so moving forward, man. Moving forward as well. Hey, Sally, talk to me, man. Who is your X factor for this game?
Man, I think the X factor could change depending on the circumstances of the game. But you know, like everybody, you know, we know Saquon did his thing to them boys last year. He was killing them. But I think, you know, in this game, I think whoever's playing this position, could it be Caltera, could it be Goddard? I think the tight end is going to be a big deal. I think the tight end is going to be a big deal in this game right here. You know,
okay,
they're going to try to blanket the receivers down. So I think it's going to come down to the tight end position. Whoever playing that position, either Caltera or Goddard. But I think that's going to be the X factor for this game.
Okay, who you got? Who you got, Duke?
Well, I was sitting back and I was thinking about one, but I'm trying to narrow it down to one, but I got to go two. And one's going to be kind of like, what are you talking about? Another one's like, let me see. I feel like Jalen Carter's going to do his thing this game. I truly, in my heart, Jalen Carter, he's going to do his thing. But he's going to need one other person to help him on the other side. And I feel like Jordan Davis has to have a good game this game. He has to be. He has to have a good game this game. And if he doesn't, because I feel like Jalen Carter, he's going to do his job on his side against whoever he's going against. But Jalen, not Jalen, what's that boy name? Jordan Davis?
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis has to compliment him on the other side in order for the D line to be successful. If he doesn't do that, I feel like we're going to get put in situations to where we're going to get somewhat close and maybe not be able to score a touchdown or two, like we were talking about earlier, not being able to throw touchdowns, and that's where Jake Long comes into play. Jake is going to have to either have a magnificent game this game and kick fairly decent long field goals to keep us farther away to where they're not as close to us to win the game. So it's going to be Jordan Davis or Jake Long, one of the two.
Got it. Who you got?
Hey, historically, man, and I know I don't like to really do historical stuff because it doesn't matter in the future. Historically, when Hurts gets slammed or Sirianni gets slammed for something that they've been doing bad consistently, they wake up and you get the "is this what you want?" game.
Yeah,
Is this what you was looking for game? So we already had a conversation about Hurts not throwing touchdown passes. We already had a conversation about AJ Brown not being up in the mix, the predictability with the passing game, and just Jalen Hurts this, Jalen Hurts that, not a elite quarterback. Any other team could have won a Super Bowl if they had Jalen Hurts. Blah 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 blah. So I think that like I said, historically, when the media is talking and everybody's talking, everybody's trying to trash Jalen Hurts, that next game is when he goes off. So I think this is going to be where he goes off and he becomes the X factor of this game.
I'm gonna go a little different with mine, man. I'm gonna say my X factor for this game is Vic Fangio, right? Because I say Vic Fangio. If you don't know that, that's our defensive coordinator. That's my new boss. What's so funny?
It just sounds weird to know that Vic Fangio is your boss. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay,
it just sounds weird.
Yeah.
Because just coming from the mental side, that's all.
Me and Vic, we had good talks last night, man. I think we're gonna get this together, man. But I'm gonna be looking at Vic to make those adjustments, particularly in the second quarter, and especially in the second half, man. He's gonna really have to make those adjustments. Either that's gonna have to be, keeping Coop in that slot, or slide him back more, depending on what we're doing with Puka Nacua, because we know they're going for him, right? And there's been a couple times, I don't know, everybody don't like to admit it, but there's been a couple times when Cooper has let the receivers get behind him.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I said, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of times when Cooper has let the receivers get behind him when he plays back. So that's why I have the qualms with Coop. Really, so I know it was brought up earlier, him switching to that straight slide, and I don't think so. He was doing it, in college a little bit, but he got burnt a lot That's why he's in that slot for a good reason. I mean, and catch those run plays and stuff like that. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I think my X factor guy, I know my guy is Vic moving forward. So hey, Saquon Barkley, we talked about this already. He had those runs all over them. Do you think that he'll be in that same position this game, Gotti, to be able to do those runs?
I would like to say yes, because I think that we opened up the playbook last year.
Yeah,
when we played the Rams, but they definitely, and this is kind of like going back to where I said Jalen Hurts is going to be the X factor, because you can't stop both of them. You can't, and I think that they're going to make sure they don't get embarrassed again by Saquon Barkley, and that's going to be one of the key factors of helping Jalen Hurts have a fantastic game. So I think they're going to adjust. They can't contain him for long. One of these games he's going to break out. It could be tomorrow, or it could be a couple of times here and there. But I definitely think that them adjusting on Saquon is going to open up the rest of the offense. But I definitely think they're going to try to shut him down. I don't think Saquon Barkley is going to be top 5 running back this season in the NFL.
Okay, Rob, I gotta agree with Rob too. I didn't want to say two, but I think that as a play on what Dookie was saying, man, and everybody in the comments, if Jalen Carter has a good game, Jordan Davis has a good game, who does that leave?
Campbell.
Who?
Linebackers.
That leaves Jahad Campbell to come through that hole. That's what I want to see. I think that if both of those guys are having a good game, if they're going to get double, triple team and all of this type of stuff, I think that they create the holes for Jahad Campbell to run through there and have a good day. And he should start off his season going straight downfield, putting the chest, putting his shoulders, putting his helmet, whatever you want to do, right on the numbers of Matthew Stafford. I want him on the ground a couple times, man. I want him on the ground a couple times. Hey, so, dude, if you the Rams, right? How concerned are you about containing Hurts' legs moving forward for this game?
If I'm the Rams, I'm the
Rams.
Like I'm on the Rams side. How you saying? How concerned or?
Yeah, how worried are you about containing his legs? Do you think that that's going to be a factor? Jalen Hurts running. Do you think that what I'm saying he's going to maintain more of a pocket presence this game? What do you think?
I think that I would try to make him more of a pocket passer. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're asking me?
You could.
Okay, yeah. So I would try to make him more of a pocket passer, because knowing what I know, or knowing what I've seen them do to us. Again, I'm a Rams person right now. Seeing what they did to us last game, I'm going to put at least one spot on Jalen Hurts the entire game. And guess what? I'll try to, plug up those running lanes by Saquon, but put one person on Jalen Hurts. So would I be worried about his legs? Yes, I'll be worried about his legs. That's another reason why I will put a spy on him the entire game. If he can beat that one person, cool. If he can slow him up, that's even better. But I'm trying to have that one spy stay on him like white on rice. Like stay on him the entire time. Get in his pocket like Coach George says. Well, one of the homeboys. If I can do that, cool. So am I worried about containing him? Yes. I'm worried about containing him. Because if he gets outside, you already know that's at least a 10-yard run every single time. So that's
I always say, man, I don't know if it's just me, but I say that Jalen Hurts he's the slowest, fastest quarterback I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's effective, but he's not really that fast, but he's not really slow. It's like sometimes he runs it slow. I don't know if his shoes are too heavy or what, but
his upper torso was short, so it seems like he's taking long steps, but he's really not.
I don't know what it is, man. I'll be like, run faster, man.
Like, come on, like, get up, come on. It's like when you get on your 10-speed and you put it on the big wheel. You're
you moving, but we need you to move a little bit faster, man. I don't know. It's all the time, man. Jalen, I don't, because he wearing them Jordans a lot. He's on Team Jordan, all that type of stuff. So he got the endorsements. That's what he did. The one thing he was like this, like Jordan, whatever. But I don't know if those shoes are too heavy for him. He needs to go back to what was back in the day? It was Rydell's. What shoes we used to play, right? We didn't have all the Jordans.
I don't know. Payless, they were called Tracks. That's what I know.
He
That's
needs
what I
some
know.
of
It was
them,
called
man.
tracks.
He needs some of them to be light on his toes or something, man, because I think his shoes are too heavy. It's like he's running with them ankle weights on his legs or something, man. Jaden runs
Hey,
slow.
hey, yeah, you know how you run from somebody in your dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just tired.
Like, wake
That's
up,
how he is.
wake up and run.
Come on. Yeah.
He's the slowest, fastest quarterback I know. I don't know, man. But hey, so moving forward on this one as well, man. We talked about this one. I want to hit it again. Do we think that this is a revenge game? And I had this more so, you know what I mean, for the jokers that, you know, that slighted us. I don't want to see him on the post game show either. But do we feel that this is a revenge game for the Rams? I think it is. I think it is, man. You always want to slay the king, man. The Davis always want to slay the Goliaths, man. Sally, you think so too?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a revenge game for the Rams. Because look how dominant Saquon was the last two games they played these dudes.
Yeah.
Then your boy Verse said he was getting hit with snowballs, you know, after the game. So this is definitely a revenge game for the Rams. They're gonna try to contain Barkley. You know, they're gonna try to stuff him in a box. So you know he can't have them breakout runs. But so yeah, definitely a revenge game. This is definitely a revenge game for the Rams.
Absolutely, absolutely. What do y'all think, man? In the comments, tell me what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think this is a revenge game or what? Red Jet, what you thinking? Now I know you always on there with the comments. What you think, Rob? Tell me what you got. E Money, tell me what you got in the comments. Kimberly, I put something up there too. Shit, you can put something up there too. You in the other room, you can hit. Put it up there. What you think? What you think? What you think, man? I think it's a revenge game, especially for the Rams, man. But if you have a fantasy player, man, I don't know if y'all do fantasy ball. I don't really do fantasy ball, man. I don't like to gamble and all that stuff, man. But I like to live in reality. Who has to be in the game for you in order for this to work? Got it.
Matt Stafford.
Stafford?
Yes, sir. Matt Stafford. I mean, he's at over 500 yards for the season.
Oh, yeah.
I think 3 passing touchdowns. He has 2 receivers over 100 yards. Matt Stafford, without a doubt.
Dude, who you got?
Nakua. Because trust, he's going to get his. He's going to get his game, especially if Adori's on him. He's going to get his.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
get this man his game, for sure.
It's going to be a field day. Sal, who you got?
I got agree 100% with Duke, man. Nakua gonna get his. He gonna get his.
Who gonna throw it to him though?
Stafford gonna throw it to him.
I didn't want to say Stafford because Gotti had already said Stafford.
Yeah, Gotti already.
I'm gonna go to
Glad I was first.
Nakua, Red Jet talking about some Nakua for fantasy, man. Hey, so y'all know how they like to twist and turn the headlines every game, man. You know what I'm saying? If we win, they're gonna be like the Rams lost, and you know what I'm saying, all of this type of stuff. The Rams win, you know what I mean? And did we win the game? Did we lose the game? Hey, if the Eagles win this game, man, what do you think the headline's gonna be on Monday morning, man? Sal, what you think is gonna be on Monday?
It's gonna say, you know, that the Eagles are now starting to build momentum, you know, for the Super Bowl run and enhancing, and they're going to start with enhancing our odds to solidify ourselves as the Super Bowl champions. That's what it's going to be. It's going to say they're finally getting on track. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and now we solidifying ourselves as one of the top tier teams in the NFL. That's what it's going to say.
Yeah. Okay. All right, dude. What do you think? If we lose, what you think the headline's going to be for the Rams?
Oh, the NFC best. All this other stuff, best in NFC, you know, contenders for Super Bowl champions and all that. But my thing is that's what the posts are going to be. But they talk about the Eagles like we're not that team. So if we're not that team and y'all beat us, how all of a sudden are you now number one contenders when we wasn't shit to begin with?
Yeah,
that's like saying. That's like saying a heavyweight boxer beats a super strawweight. Like, come on now. Like, that's how they're making it seem. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're as bad as all these sports media outlets and we don't know why the Eagles are, it's all fluff. Okay, so if y'all are beating a fluffy team, that makes y'all no better.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you any better. It's just saying that you beat up on Mercer or something like that. Oh, Alabama beat Mercer. Well, y'all were supposed to beat Mercer. That doesn't say anything towards y'all. That's how they're making it seem. So yeah, I don't want to hear none of that mess they talking about. But it's gonna be that. It's gonna be a whole bunch of, you know, they beat the Eagles, you know, but they were barely winning anyway. All this other mess, man. I'd be so mad.
Yeah. Got it. What you got, man? Either way, what you got?
It won't be anything. It won't be anything positive either way.
Yeah.
If the Eagles win, it's going to be because of the Rams this, because of the Rams that. It won't be the Eagles won because the Eagles did this, the Eagles did that. If the Rams win, it's going to be the Eagles been getting lucky. They should have been lost. It's going to be, oh, the tush push couldn't save you this time. It's going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts isn't elite. You know, it was just, you know what I'm saying? He's been getting carried by the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's going to be positive. And then at the end of the season, we're going to have that situation like we did last year, where they go back and they recap all those analyst interviews where they say all this shit about the Eagles, and then they're gonna be apologizing. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna be anything positive either way tomorrow.
Yeah, I just on the side of, I try to see both sides of the fence, man. I always understand to talk about the Eagles because of the amount of talent that we have on our team. You know what I'm saying? We should not be squeaking by. Now this season is a little different because we got to find our groove on our defense. But as last season, it doesn't always translate to this season. The amount of offensive weapons that we have, we should be playing. And I know every game isn't like this. A lot of people want to see us how we played in the Super Bowl. That's the offense that they expect us to have every game because of the level of talent that we have. We ran the ball. We didn't even actually run the ball that great in the Super Bowl. Jalen was throwing the ball all over the place. You know what I'm saying? The defense came through great and all of this type of stuff. But I have to agree with Gotti, man. It's not going to be really good. Either way, we're going to find a way to win. Jalen Hurts he's a game manager. He did whatever was necessary to do all this type of stuff. I think that, a win is a win. Don't get me wrong. This is a good problem to have. Like I say, the Giants, the Browns, the 49ers, they don't have this problem. It's a good problem to have that we're consistently winning. Y'all know we're about to hit that 19 out of 20 mark. There's only a handful of teams in the entire NFL that did this. That win 19 out of their 20 games. Y'all saw the last team that did it. Y'all know the last team that did that.
The Patriots.
The last team that went 19. The last team in the NFC that went 19 out of 20 games.
On the NFC? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, see, at this point, Michi should have gave us the answer prior to this. This way we ain't sitting here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Michi, you should have gave. No, because right now,
when I'm teaching them college classes, I don't give them nothing.
Well, guess what? We ain't in class. We ain't looking for no A.
Hey, this is a good stat. We're not going into full Michi Mania, but this is a good stat, man. The last team that went 19 out of 20 games was the Carolina Panthers. Nope, not San Francisco. They did it. They did in the 80s and 90s. The last team was the Carolina Panthers with Cam Newton. Remember, they went on. They won their last 5 out of 6 games for that season with Cam Newton. Then the next season they won 14 straight.
The year of the Super Bowl.
Yep. That was the last one. So hey, that was the last one.
But you know what though? I'm going back to what Gotti said, and Timberly, she said if Philly fans win, it's simply I'm sorry. She said all that they use this as evidence. Remember the episode on Martin when him and Ronell was in the studio? He was like, "You got yams?" He said, "Sweet as can be." "You got catfish?" "Yeah, we got a lake right by." And he said, "You driving?" "No, I don't drive." "Thought I had your ass." It's the same thing. If we lose this game, they were like, "See, we told you they sorry. See, we knew it." But if we win, you know what they're gonna say? Yeah, but they didn't win in good fashion. It's not pretty. I don't care how pretty it is to win. Who cares? I don't care if it can be the ugliest win possible. Guess what? If it's a Super Bowl, no one's going to care how ugly it is. If it's a win, I don't care how ugly it is as long as you win. But it's the same thing.
The Chiefs ugly won their ass to the Super Bowl last season.
Their entire season.
The entire season
was ugly.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Hey, so like we said, man, we don't want to hold you, man. We get to the point. We get out of here. Grand closing. Does anybody have anything to say? Let's go around. They say around the horn. Duke, what you got?
Hey, man. Hey, appreciate all the subscribers coming in. Hey, the chat was lit today, Rob. Hey, appreciate you, man, for coming in. Timberly, like to have you back on the show. Okay, like to have you back on the show. Like again, thanks for all the cigars, man. Appreciate y'all, man. We're trying to get there. 600. Let's get to 600.
Hey, Tiffany, we're looking at here. Tiffany and Monica are out there. Cafe Conmigo, new subscribers, man. Hey, thank you. Next time,
Okay.
join in the chat as well. Join in the
Yeah.
chat as well. Sal, what you got?
Hey, I just want to thank all our fans, for another great show, another great turnout. And keep the subscribers coming. Just get these numbers up. Appreciate everybody.
Got it.
Hey, I'm standing on the statement I made in the beginning of the season that the Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs.
I watched that I was telling somebody, man, because I was telling somebody about the show. You got to go in there and watch that. For those of you that are inside of this chat group as well, man, I don't know if you know it, but we have a lot of shorts that come out from these shows. So you go in there, we watch a couple of those every side. It adds to our viewership hours for the screen. Tell a neighbor to tell a neighbor, tell a friend to tell a friend. We all the support is supported. Tell everybody to subscribe. I don't care if you're your grandma, you get on her raggedy phone and you hit that subscribe button for the Regal Eagle as well.
For
that
her.
flip phone, if it can get the internet, you find Regal Eagle and you hit subscribe on that phone. I don't care what kind of phone it is.
Listen, if the Giants play Kansas City like they played Dallas,
they gonna win.
They gonna
sure.
win.
Absolutely.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Giants should not. Russell Wilson, I don't know what happened to him. He is like I don't know. He went there, he got hot, and he threw that pick. I don't know where the hell he was throwing that ball. They was driving down the field. They should have won that game. If they play the Chiefs like they played the Cowboys, the Chiefs will be 0-3 and continue to stay at the bottom of the division.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But we at the end of the show, man. We do not like to go over, man. We appreciate all the love and support for everybody, all the fans that are out here doing their thing. We love it. We see y'all on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Red Jet, we appreciate the love all the way from Cali. Doing our thing.
All right.
Everybody will
Up
be
early.
doing this. Don't be calling all y'all. Don't be trying to call me during the game. I might hit a text or something every now and then. Don't be trying to call me. Did you see this? No, I didn't see nothing. Don't call me. Don't call me. Hey, Duke, go ahead, man. Start the theme music.
Othello on the beat.